sign to YouTube. I usually come on here lit and everything like that, but today's gonna be a little different video. Today I'm gonna be talking about my dad. This is a story time of me meeting my father after 16 years. Now, so a lot of you may be thinking or wondering, well, how old are you for it to be 16 years? I'm 16, so yeah, never met him. So there's not a lot of questions and everything like that. I'm gonna go ahead and start from the beginning all the way up to now, so there's a better understanding. So starting off when I was younger, you know, my mom was a single mother of 2 at the time. There's 5 of us now. It was hard. It was hard for her. And watching my mom be a single mother and working as hard as she could, you know what I'm saying, with the little help she had, that's what made me who I am today. And that's why I appreciate every little thing I have in life and everything like that. And though I never actually met my father, by the age of, I'd say around like 5, 6, 7, was when we actually first spoke on the phone. I was like, well, who's the stranger I'm talking to over the phone? You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. My mom was like, yeah, she's your father. Okay, well, where is he? You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. I'm not even gonna lie, I don't remember what I was told when I was younger, why he wasn't there. Let me also mention, during this whole time, my dad was locked up. But I know he would always call my mom's phone, talk to her, talk to me. As a kid, I didn't know what that really meant. As far as like, I can only speak to her over the phone, but I can't see you in person. But I get it at a young age, you know what I'm saying? You don't really understand much, so your parents not gonna really tell you everything. For my birthdays, he would write me a letter, whatever like that. So I'll get the letter, you know, it'd be like a little card or whatever, and he have like a little note in it. I remember one year, he actually had this box shipped to me for my birthday. So my dad ends up sending me a gift with the card. And it's actually this toy car set that you're supposed to put the car together. And he told me that when I see him, we're gonna put it together. And, you know, he used to paint cars and stuff like that. So he was gonna paint it, build it, and everything like that. I'm like, cool, but when am I actually gonna see you to do all of this? A few years go by, my mom gets married, stuff like that, and you know, I think it's normal for a lot of kids not to like their step parents, but I mean, you know, growing up, I had my opinions on my stepdad and everything like that. And it was one day, I remember going to my mom in her room while she was alone, and my stepdad was in the living room, and I asked her, Mom, how come you never married my dad instead? I believe at that age, I was around 10 or 11, 12 maybe. I remember she told me to sit down. That's how I knew it was gonna get serious. And I was like, so why haven't you married my dad instead? And she told me at that very moment that my dad was actually locked up. Meanwhile, now remind you, I never knew where my dad was, why I couldn't see him, anything. So when she told me that, she didn't just come out and just tell me. I can't remember exactly how the conversation went, but I remember her talking to me and for a minute, and then she told me, okay, this is what I do remember. Every time he called, you know, the voice on the other end, you know, when you call the jail, it's, do you accept the charges, or da-da-da-da-da. So I press the number, boom, speak to my father. And she told me, she said, the reason why that voice is on there and you press 5 to speak to your dad is because he is locked up. When she told me this, I was heartbroken. A lot of things was going through my little mind at the age of 9, 10, 11, 12. You know, my dad being locked up. And I feel like it hurt me worse because me and my aunt, we have a very close bond, and my aunt is actually an officer. And I always wanted to be an officer, stuff like that. Well, I wouldn't say I wanted to be an officer, but I had my little phase. You know what I'm saying? I had my little phase where I wanted to be an officer like my aunt, whatever like that. And I used to talk about taking down bad guys. And with that in my mind, I'm like, dang, my dad did something bad to go to jail. Why would you, like things like that is going through my mind. I just remember breaking down crying. At that moment, the relationship between me and my dad changed. The way I would talk to him. Not saying I didn't want to mess with him or nothing like that, but I don't want to say I feared him at that moment. But at the time, I didn't know what he went in for. I didn't know anything. And I was kind of upset because you're my father. You're my father, and I'm hearing that you've been locked up because you did something bad. So I remember getting on the phone with him after finding this out. I guess before I spoke to him, my mom spoke to him and let him know that, we had the conversation that we had. I get on the phone with him, he was like, well, how do you feel about it? What's your thoughts? Something like that. I don't even remember what I told him. At that age, at that time, I was devastated to know, it hurt me to know my dad was locked up. Fast forward a few years later, we always talked on the phone. He sent the letter. He would ask me to send one, but I always procrastinated. Don't even know why, honestly. Previously, right before Christmas, he sent another letter. Matter of fact, I think I had before around Christmas time, 2018, he wrote me another letter. Hello, son. How are you today? I pray all is well. I went to the board on the 5th of December, and I made it. I will be coming home any day now. I see you and your mom numbers changed, so I am going to give you your grandma's number again. I'm not sure when you'll get this letter, but call her and give her your new cell number. Can't wait to see you. I hope to hear from you soon. Love always, your dad. So, I was in shock to even read that letter, knowing my dad's coming home. I've had mixed emotions about it. I had mixed emotions because I don't know this man. I want to get to know this man, but by now I'm used to his absence. During the time he was in jail, he was always hoping, and he would always say, there may be a chance of coming home. There may be a chance of coming home. So it was like, I've heard this a million times, man. Are you actually coming home? I actually, like a day or two later after reading the letter, called his mom, my grandma. Spoke to her. She said, he'll be coming home soon. She gave him my number. He called my new number, and we spoke. He asked me how I felt about it, and I was just like, I'm excited, but you can hear my voice. I was confused how to feel at the time. Probably like a week later, he got out. We didn't get to meet up to that following week. We met up at Tropical Smoothie. I never seen this man, don't know what this man look like. He doesn't know what I look like, but it's like something told me, like, nah. When we walked through that door, he was standing there at the door. I was like, yeah, that's him. And he knew it was me. We talked, he asked me how I'm doing in school. Told me he was excited to finally meet me and everything like that. We sat there for a good 30, 45 minutes to an hour. Then he had to leave to get ready for work, I was really, really nervous going to meet him for the first time. Really, really nervous. Meeting him and seeing him for the first time after 16 years. 16 years. It was like, wow. I'm starting to see the traits I get from him. I'm starting to see the other side of where I come from. Meeting him and being around him, talking to him a lot more, it's giving me the opportunity to see, okay, yeah, this is what I get from him. This is what I get. I didn't cry, surprisingly. I must say, I'm an emotional person. I was just very nervous. But after talking to him for a while, I wasn't nervous anymore. But, it was different, for sure, it was different. On my last YouTube channel, I actually uploaded a song. I wrote a song about, this is before he got out. I wrote a song about how I felt. You can find that, I have that link in the description. But you can go listen to that. That's the end of it, man. But I hope y'all feel me on this, you know what I'm saying? Like understanding where I'm coming from. Hope y'all like this video. Hopefully this touched somebody who may be going through something similar, or who may soon be going through something similar. Anything, you know what I'm saying? But like, subscribe, share. Please, please, please. Like, subscribe, share. Please, everywhere. And yeah. Stay tuned for more videos, and I'll see y'all later.
Okay, she keep going every single night.